Hello, sorry. This is off-script here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So essentially, I just wanted to touch base a little bit about that press conference just been on there.
Yeah.
KSI is usually that very, let's say, loud, confident character. We saw someone that was a little bit more quiet and reserved today.
Yeah.
Now, what do you take of this? Is this a thing of confidence, or is this
No,
general?
I think that with things that go on in your day-to-day life and things that have been happening in his, I think they reflect in your persona and your character. I think he's wearing what's going on at the moment.
Yeah.
He's in a bit of a somber place. He's obviously, has a deep thought process. Is humble. Is upset. Is trying to right his wrongs and be the man that everyone wants him to be and be the man that he wants to be. Absolutely. I think these things carry over, so it doesn't matter. It's real difficult to try and switch personas.
Yeah.
Because you guys know him really well. He's a very humble kid. As much as he has a persona online, he's also a real person. So if he really makes a mistake, he's really paying for it. Absolutely. And I think that for him to come over here and be laughing and joking, and it's not natural, it's not real. So for him to put that on, you guys would know it anyway. So it has affected him. We're making sure he's boxing and he's working his arse off and working hard. That's our job. That's my job. We're pushing him. But he's also dealing with stuff outside of boxing that is life.
Absolutely. So obviously, JJ has been said that he's going to be Super Saiyan 2. You said you're going to see the best version of JJ this time round.
Yeah.
What are the changes made to this camp to make sure JJ does beat a 9-0 professional boxer?
Yeah, I mean, the changes are the same, that he's progressing. So with boxing, there's a level of progression. He just keeps on progressing. So from a coaching point of view, my job is to put the best JJ, the best KSI that there's ever been. So if I've got him running as fast as he can, sparring as best he can, as strong as he can, if I've got him in the peak shape of his life and he's sparring the best he can, landing his shots, then I've done my job. Fight night, I don't care. I don't care about the result. The result is about performance. If he performs, he sleeps Joe. 100% if he performs. So all we care about are good performances, nothing else.
So obviously we're talking about how we're working on JJ. You've had him for the last couple of years, I believe now. Now, obviously when you first got JJ, he was quite a raw, swingy character. Yeah. Now, how have you developed his boxing ability? What changes are you making to his boxing so now he's more clinical?
The most important change is educating about boxing. Why you shouldn't throw this punch, when you should throw that punch, what you're in danger of, what should you do and shouldn't you do in these situations. So the idea, when you understand boxing, it becomes a lot easier. Everyone can punch and everyone can take a shot. These aren't like good traits, like just I can kill you, I can throw punches. Anyone can do that. These aren't the good traits. The good traits in boxing and fighting are understanding why you're doing things and when you can't do things. I think he's really getting the timing of that. So like the shots he's looking for, where he's waiting for someone to throw a particular shot because he's giving them that shot to get, and they think they're taking something good and suddenly he lands his shot and they're sleeping. That's a beautiful thing in boxing. The idea of timing someone's shot when they want something. So I think that he's learning the sport, the craft of boxing, which as a boxing coach, I appreciate, and that's my job. So I really like that he's enjoying that. Obviously there's a strength and conditioning aspect, and there's there's just that rough, tough, which he's got in him. He'll fight no matter what. But the idea that he's understanding boxing is a beautiful thing. I think that's what the biggest improvement in him.
Absolutely. So now I know you've had some involvement with Joe Fournier and you've been close to his camp. Now, what would you say are some of his strengths and weaknesses that we may be able to see on Fight Night?
Yeah, I mean, I trained David Hay for many years. I've had Joe in the gym sparring. Yeah. I've seen him spar. He's a very tough man. His output is decent. It's not overwhelming. He's got a real good double guard. Sits behind a double guard well. He's a typical kind of 9-0 kind of pro boxer. Nothing outwardly special about him from a boxing perspective, in that doesn't switch in southpaw, doesn't cross step in, doesn't throw wild shots. But he's really basically good. And I think that that helps us in a lot of ways because you know what you're getting. But at the same time, I think the negatives to Joe is that he's been out the scene. He's been partying. He's a lot older. Yeah, that's what Joe does. But he still looks in good shape, and and I'm sure he boxes. But he doesn't box the level we're boxing at. He's not in the trenches. Like I said, he's not coming off of flights at 7 in the morning and sparring at 8:30 the same day and put 6 rounds in and trying to kill each other. He'd be rather having lobster linguine and having a good life on a beach than doing what we're doing. There's a big difference to where we're at and where he's at. I've got full respect to Joe. Nothing but respect. He's a classy guy, but I'll tell you now, he's not doing the work that JJ's doing.
Absolutely. So I can see there's a lot of confidence in this camp, and it looks like JJ's going to get this win. Now, obviously, we are speaking a little bit about this. Now, if you don't mind me asking, there is currently a Kingpin tournament going on, and the winner might be going against KSI. What do you make of that tournament, and who do you think is going to win that one?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think Gibbs probably the one who's looking like he's going to win it probably.
Okay.
Just because he's a better boxer than most of the guys and had bouts.
Yeah.
And we've sparred him as well. So he's I can't see. Unless he walks onto another straight left, which didn't do too much from McGree, he got back
Absolutely.
up. I can't really see anyone troubling him too much.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing them face the ring, hopefully. And thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure, sir.
Lovely
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
Thank you. All good stuff. Thanks, guys. Please appreciate it. Thank you.